are available on free-to-air decoders, Facebook and YouTube. Our Facebook page is Pure Africa TV, and our YouTube channels are Pure Africa TV and Emma Koima of Pure Africa. Welcome to our today's show, where we are going to discuss a very, very important occurrence in the education sector, especially in our secondary schools, which is the CBC. Today with me, I have an expert from the KICD who's going to take us through the program. May I take this time to welcome him? Welcome, sir.
Thank you for the visit I've made here. I'm Samuel Okuku, a teacher at Kiancha Middle Secondary School. I teach geography and history. I'm a CBC champion in Korea West Sub-County, and I hope whatever we are going to discuss here is going to be of helpful, and all of us are going to learn and know more about the CBC as we are with Madam Emma. I think more we are going to discuss. Thank you for the welcome. We also inviting you viewers, feel to ask any question concerning the CBC, anything that you might not be aware of, so that we might go out of these lies that we are being told about CBC. CBC is a nice program, and I think after the end of the show, everybody who is viewing this is going to change his mind on it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, indeed, we shall rely so much on your comments, suggestions and questions on this very, very important topic of the day. Remember, it concerns all of us, parents, teachers, the society at large, because this is about the future of our kids, the future of our generation. So I can just reintroduce from our previous program where we discussed the CBC. CBC means competency-based curriculum. This is a curriculum that bases on what a learner can do as opposed to what a learner knows. We all know that in the 844 system, it was all about what you know. But this one is what a learner can do. So, Mr. Okuku, can we go to the rationale for the curriculum reforms? What informed the decision that we are supposed to move from 844 system to CBC?
Well, you know, in Kenya we have the curriculum developers and the curriculum implementers, and for them to come with a change in the curriculum, there are some of the basis where the CBC idea originated from. If you check very well, we have our Constitution of Kenya, that's the 2010 Constitution.
Yes.
If you look at the Article 53, 1B states that every child has a right for free and compulsory basic education, whereby any student, any learner in Kenya, any child in Kenya should have this basic, basic free education.
Yeah.
And if you look at our government has really implemented it by the schools getting free funds, that is starting from primary to secondary. Which also, if we might have other government coming in to make it free, even for higher learning institutions.
To secondary schools.
Yeah, to secondary schools.
Now, that article says every child has a right to free and compulsory basic education. But now, CBC, question that most parents are asking is, how free is this free? Because it even looks more costly than 844 because of the items that a parent is supposed to provide for his or her child. So, how free is this free?
It is free based on the resources that are going to be used in school, the facilities, the learning material, they are provided by the government, and it is looking to be costly on the side of the parents, because CBC is also encouraging parents involvement, and there is also community service learning that is also being embraced. So when learners go home, even parents are supposed to check on what they have done. And in CBC, we are majorly looking at what are the learners' ability, what is what learners are able to do, but not basing the learner on the exam. So I think the idea that the IBC is costly, it is not costly. The CBC is costly, it's not costly. The government has put all the resources in education sector, as we know, based on the budget that the Minister of Education is getting. And there is also more facilitation that is being done by the government through the KICD, through the Ministry of Education itself. So let us just leave that idea of CBC being
very, very expensive. Yeah, okay. So on the Constitution of Kenya again, we have one other idea that informed the change from 844 to CBC is of national values and principles of governance. So what is it? Why values and principles of governance?
Yeah, we want these our children, when they are developing to become better citizens, they should have these values, so that in the better tomorrow, we should have learners that are responsible themselves. We should have learners that respect.
They have respect.
Learners that have respect. We should have learners that are practicing integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think integrity has been something that has been affecting our leaders.
Yes.
If we can be seeing that.
Yeah.
So this CBC is going to give us citizens that are practicing integrity from their younger ages, and this principles are also going to guide them on their way of life throughout their learning process. Yeah.
So if I may ask, the values and principles,
Yes.
is the curriculum itself that is going to impart that, or is it we the adults who are supposed to model the way for the young ones to see? Because if we now, like, let's say something like integrity, if as a parent or as a teacher you do something that is outrightly wrong, that puts your integrity into question, how are you going to teach that student, maybe in class or using the curriculum? So I think that on these national values and principles, it again comes back to us as parents and teachers and society at large. We are supposed to practice these things so that the children can learn from us. Otherwise, if they are only there in the curriculum, you go teach students you are supposed to love one another, and maybe you yourself, you are full of hate. You're telling students be responsible, but you yourself, maybe as a teacher, you go to class 20 minutes late. Is it going to be effective?
The reason why we are embracing the CBC, these values will be coming automatically from the learning areas that have been streamlined in the curriculum. So
from the learning areas,
the learning areas, you can a student will develop the value.
There is a particular learning area,
like for example, you've taken learners outside for maybe a field trip, and then when you are taking your meals, maybe you use the polythene papers. Then after you are through, you will see some learners collecting those letters
I see,
and dumping them into one area, that is cleaning the area. So there is a value that those learners shall have practiced there.
I see.
For example, that is now being responsible to the environment. So we are going to have learners or children who are responsible on the through the duties that are doing in the school.
Wow.
I know learning areas is where learners takes most of their time. So these values will come from the learning areas.
Oh.
The learning areas. Yeah. So from the experiences the learners will be having, we'll be able to develop them. Yeah. So they just come accidentally through learning. Yeah.
Or rather automatically,
Yeah,
just
automatically.
as they learn, as opposed to going and explaining to them in class.
Yeah, so in CBC, a teacher is not going to tell learners that integrity is good. Let us avoid corruption.
Oh.
No, in CBC, there's a duty, a learning task that the teacher will guide the learners on. And through that task, the value will originate itself. Yes.
It will just come automatically from there. Okay, I think that one is understood even to our viewers at home. Remember, it is very, very important for us to understand the reasons behind the change of the curriculum so that we can be able to embrace it, all of us. It will take so many of us for this thing to pull through as possible. Another rationale was promoting Kiswahili as a national language and also a national language and official language. Why is it important for Kiswahili to be a national language and official language?
You know, in East Africa, I think we have the neighboring country, Tanzania, that is practicing using Kiswahili as one of their main language.
Yes.
And again, that one has influenced us, and you know, people look at Kiswahili as a language that can be communicated by everybody. Kenya being a country with very many communities, I think the curriculum is bringing this so that if you are in any part of the country, you can be able to express
yourself in
what you want. You can get the information using Kiswahili. And again, I think even in some of the government offices, like in Parliament, Kiswahili has also been embraced so that it can be used during debating. This is just to facilitate better understanding. Yes.
And then I think again it can promote national unity, it being an African language. The way Tanzanians are so united because of there are so many tribes, but they call themselves Waswahili. So I think again maybe Kiswahili, if we look at it that way, unity will be strengthened. Another thing is the development and promotion of indigenous languages. In CBC, we are going to have our learners studying Luo, for example, Kikisi, Kikuyu. Of what importance is that?
In CBC, the indigenous languages have been ignored. In the EAT for 4, they were ignored. But again, for better development of learners into different languages, they must start with their first language, whereby the first language is the indigenous language. And these indigenous languages, the way they have been put in CBC, they will be taught, but it will depend on the catchment area of the learning institution. For example, if the learning institution is in Korea, the indigenous language that will be learned will be the Kikuria language. If it is majorly dominated by Luo, the indigenous language will be Luo. And then the worry that is coming to teachers and parents who will teach these languages. The government has organized that there are some public colleges that are going to train teachers on the indigenous languages. We have Kibabi in Western Kenya, and then we have Lugari, we have Kagumo, whereby Kibabi will be training the Luo. We have the Suba, We have the lawyer.
Mhm.
I know the lawyer has got very many subsides in it.
Yes.
And then we have the Igumo.
Mhm.
Kigumo will be having the Meru being taught as the local language.
Mhm.
We have the Kikuyu and others. So I think by the time these learners are coming into junior secondary school and they're starting to learn this CBC, everything will be taken care of. The government knows and they have really planned for it. And that's why we are seeing it has succeeded in primary school, and now it is being brought to secondary school. And I think our teachers, we've trained them well. They have embraced it, and they're ready to receive these learners and make the learning go well.
Yeah, very, very true. And what you're doing right now is just a continuation of what you had already done to keep the discussion moving. And maybe the areas, one or two areas where a teacher or teachers would not have understood, we can be able to deal with them here at this show. So another rationale again is on the Vision 2030, one of which is integrating early childhood into primary education. Does it mean that in the 844 system it was not, it was separate, early childhood?
In fact, it was being run as separate entity, and that one has become a problem, and that's why we will now see the unions. They want the ECD teachers to be registered by TSC, and also they also have TSC numbers, so that they can form, they can be teachers in the same area.
Yeah.
And then even their employment, the ECD was left to the county government, and then the primary and secondary was left to the national government. So they want to streamline it. And by the way, if you look at the structure, you can see the early learning years is starting from the preschool until grade 3. So they have been categorized as early learning areas.
Yeah, early childhood. I think that is a very, very good thing. How come it has been so unfair for our kids to be neglected during their formative years, and that is the most important stage of their lives? And then another one on that Vision 2030 is modern or changing the secondary curricula. Yeah, the way it was in 844, in this one it will be a little bit different. Does it reforming that curricula? It goes to the structure.
Yeah, if you look at this structure very well, we have the grades from grade 3 to grade 6, and then now from grade 6 we'll go to grade 7, that will be offered in junior secondary school, and that's what we're expecting to start next year. If you look at the development that has taken place in the learners in grade 6, that's the time now the learners are not developing. I've started seeing these changes in their bodies. So that one is, I know if you look at some years back in the grade, in 844, you found that learners were dropping out of school, maybe from class 7, class 8. So what the government also want to do, because these learners are now developing these features, and learning for 8 years might also become boring. So they are also trying to make it short, so that when a learner reaches grade 6 and then going to secondary, that becomes a motivational thing to the learner. So we will be having that continue. I think you will even see that when this when these grade 6 learners will be coming to junior secondary, they will be excited, just like when the preschool children, they are coming to grade 1. There's some kind of celebration. So this one is just reducing the boredom of the learners. You learning 3 years in preschool, then you move to 8 years. So this makes even learners to become tired. Then you look at this physical development that takes place in our learners. You find boys are now growing big. Girls have started experiencing some changes in their bodies. So if they are moved to the next level, I think that is also motivating them.
Very,
And
very
right away, this one will even lead to less dropout. Even among our girls.
Learners. Oh, that is so true. So that one is on the part of the learners. What about on the part of the teacher now? Like this modernizing teacher training.
Yes. I think for the primary school, it has been done. I think the teachers are being upgraded. I think the first lot are going to graduate this the coming December, and then they will be brought and assist. But in secondary schools, the teachers are being trained, teachers are being sensitized, and we are also in trying to make it for the parents to understand what is all this around CBC, so they could not complain. But on the teacher side, the way the syllabus or the curriculum has been streamed, the junior secondary will be having more subjects, yes, but these subjects, the content that is going to be discussed will not be deep. It will be shallow but broad. It will be exposing learners to variety of areas. So it is broad knowledge based. And then now when they will be from junior to senior, then now there will be specialization. So teachers should not worry about them teaching these subjects. The government has streamlined such that if we have, like, for example, we have integrated science. Integrated science is just a combination of physics, maths, and biology. And the content that has been put in this junior secondary is in such a way that a physics teacher will be able to teach the junior secondary. Any biology teacher will be able to handle the content that is in the integrated science. If you are a geography teacher, you are a history teacher, the content of social studies in junior secondary school has been shortened such that the teacher who trained to teach history is able to teach to teach the social studies, and that is what we are telling teachers. Let us not worry. In fact, the work has been lessened to the teachers. The only thing we will do is the assessment area, whereby the teachers we are now going to change from the teaching perspective to learning. We are going to make the institutions not to be a teaching area, but to be a learning area, whereby we get from the learners. We get to know from what the learners are able to do. Yes. Correct. So the teacher's role is to facilitate and to guide. Yes.
Wow, that is very, very interesting. So our viewers at home, we are discussing the rationale behind the change of curriculum. Remember, it is very, very important for all of us to understand so that we can be able to cooperate and ensure that our children get the best. So we are going on a short break, but don't go away. We'll be back to discuss many more.
Back to school, first time is here with us. Welcome to Kehancha Bookshop behind the Taranganya Boda Boda stage, and grab the stationaries you need at an affordable prices. We offer dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, HB pencils, sellotape, stapler pins, exercise books, revision books, notebooks, assessment record books, files, and clipboards. Others are molding clay and watercolor. Remember that learning institutions can also find for themselves whiteboards, dusters, marker pens, bells, flags, and board rulers, among others. For more information, call 0726 002833. Kehancha Bookshop, for your service. Back to school.
Hayawi hatimaye huwa. Mhula wa kwanza wa mwaka huu hapa nasi. Jishindie bidhaa za mwanafunzi wako kurejea shuleni kutoka Kehancha Bookshop iliyoko nyuma ya stendi ya bodaboda ya Taranganya. Bila shaka utapata dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, HB pencils, sellotapes, stapler pins, exercise books, revision books, notebooks, assessment record books, files na clipboards. Mengine ni molding clay na watercolors. Vile vile shule zinaweza kupata whiteboards, dusters, marker pens, bells, flags, board rulers na mengineyo. Kwa maelezo zaidi piga simu kwa nambari 0726 0028 33. Kehancha Bookshop, we are at your service. Hayawi hatimaye huwa. Mhula wa kwanza wa mwaka huu hapa nasi. Jishindie bidhaa za mwanafunzi wako kurejea shuleni kutoka Kehancha Bookshop iliyoko nyuma ya stendi ya bodaboda ya Taranganya. Bila shaka utapata dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, HB pencils, sellotapes, stapler pins, exercise books, revision books, notebooks, assessment record books, files na clipboards. Mengine ni molding clay na watercolors. Vile vile shule zinaweza kupata whiteboards, dusters, marker pens, bells, flags, board rulers na mengineyo. Kwa maelezo zaidi piga simu kwa nambari 0726 0028 33. Kehancha Bookshop, we are at your service.
Time is here with us. Welcome to Kehancha Bookshop behind the Taranganya bodaboda stage and grab the stationaries you need at an affordable prices. We offer dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, HB pencils, sellotape, stapler pins, exercise books, revision books, notebooks, assessment record books, files and clipboards. Others are molding clay and watercolor. Remember that learning institutions can also find for themselves whiteboards, dusters, marker pens, bells, flags and board rulers, among others. For more information, call 0726 002833. Kehancha Bookshop, for your service. Back to school, first time is here with us. Welcome to Kehancha Bookshop behind the Taranganya bodaboda stage and grab the stationaries you need at an affordable prices. We offer dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, HB pencils, sellotape, stapler pins, exercise books, revision books, notebooks, assessment record books, files.
Hayawi hatimaye huwa. Mhula wa kwanza wa mwaka huu hapa nasi. Jishindie bidhaa za mwanafunzi wako kurejea shuleni kutoka Kehancha Bookshop iliyoko nyuma ya stendi ya bodaboda ya Taranganya. Bila shaka utapata dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, back. This is the Purple Love Elimu Talk Show, a talk show where we get to discuss matters concerning education in details. And today we are talking about CBC. CBC has been here for a while, and it's next year that those learners are going to secondary school. Secondary school teachers have been trained like in the first weeks of this term. Training for secondary school teachers has been ongoing, and that is why we're here today to discuss what they are supposed to know. Kwa wazazi wetu tunasema kwamba siku ya leo tunajadili mada ya CBC ambayo ni mtaala mpya ambao watoto wetu wameanza kuipitia, na watoto hao watakuwa kwenye shule ya upili mwaka ujao. Kwa hivyo tunajadili mambo ambayo yapo kwenye mtaala wenyewe ili kwamba tuweze kuelewa na tushirikiane kuhakikisha kwamba inafaulu, manake jambo hili linahusu wanafunzi wetu, linahusu kizazi chetu, inahusu mustakabali wetu wa baadaye kama taifa. Na tumeangalia tu mambo ambayo yalisababisha kuwe na haja ya mtaala kubadilishwa, na mojawapo ya mambo ni kwamba ni values. Kwa Kiswahili tutasema kwamba ni yale mambo ambayo mtu unafaa kuwa nayo kama maadili, ama mambo ambayo unafaa kuyafahamu ili uweze kuishi sawa na watu wengine. So we are going to look at that once more. We are going to look at the values that are there in CBC. So Mr. Ukuku, you can take us through those values and principles, or we begin on the values, then we look at the competencies.
The values that have been given attention in the CBC, we have love. As you know, that the environment that we are staying in, we are staying different communities. We interact in different ways. So love is something that should be learned from the younger age, so that this enmity should
reduces. Yeah, because as a country we hate each other on the basis of tribe. For example, when you come around here, we can mention just around here, when you mention a Maasai before a Korean kid, you will even see from the reaction. So I think love is really something that needs to be inculcated when kids are still very, very young.
Yes, we also have responsibility. We want to bring learners that are responsible, learners that can take care of our environment, learners that can know of the benefit of what they are doing now to their tomorrow's life. We have respect. You want to have learners that have this respect. I don't know, this respect, it is all round. Respect should come from home, respect to school, respect in church. So if we have learners that have respect, I think even parents will enjoy that value.
And on that value, it has really deteriorated nowadays. It is very, very rare for you to see a young person rise up for an adult to sit in a vehicle, for example. But during our time, you would not let an adult stand when you yourself you're seated. It was inculcated very, very early. I don't know whether it happened to you, Mr. Okuku, when you were in school. Whenever a teacher would pass, mnasimama. During break time, I think that thing was nice. It taught you that you ought to respect people.
And I think even in our discipline forces, like the police officers, they practice this much.
Very much.
Anybody that is coming and is of higher rank, you must stand up,
and
you must salute.
salute.
But nowadays, you meet pupils, students.
In
In fact, for you to pass, it is you
yes, to make
lead-
way
to
for
make way
them.
for them,
Yeah.
not them to make way for
Yeah,
the teacher.
yeah, our
And,
level of respect has really
and
gone down.
this has even gone to home, and we've experienced it whereby a parent come to school and say, mwalimu, this learner, this child of mine, I've not caned him, I've never caned him. It has become difficult for me to cane.
Yes.
You know, now in CBC we're not going that caning way, but we want to them to learn it by themselves. Yeah, it is coming in the learning areas automatically, so that we will not force them. We will not find teachers teaching learners be respectful,
Yes,
like
can
we
you-
used to do. If you
Yes.
meet an adult, you should do this. You should greet an adult. So it will just be coming automatically through learning areas,
Yes.
and learners will be able to realize this. Yeah,
Wow.
and that is now the good, the better part of CBC.
Mhm.
Yeah, learners are realizing by
Yeah,
themselves the
yeah.
need for respect. You see, unlike the 844, whereby if you find the Kiswahili books, we had the maneno ya adabu, very many
Yes.
things. But now in CBC, it is put in such a way that in all learning areas,
They are there.
These aspects are there.
Or in
these
all learning
areas.
yeah, not in a particular
Not in a
subject,
particular
maybe
subject, like-
in CRE only.
I know the learners just realize them in the process of learning. In the process of learning, you don't tell them, oh, if you meet an old man in a bus, you have to stand up. So they will learn them from these learning areas, realize them, and then be able to practice outside
Yeah.
without you telling the learner what to do. So it's the learners doing them out of what they know. Yes. Then we have peace. I think peace and unity goes together.
Yeah.
We have patriotism, the love for our
your
country. Yeah, the love for our country. And then we have the social justice, and then the integrity, which is one of the key areas.
Imagine, it is very wanting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think our leaders should also learn from this. You know, whatever we are doing outside is what our children are copying. So the CBC has come in to try to bring these learners to learn this aspect of integrity at younger ages. So when they are growing knowing that corruption is bad.
Yes.
Yeah, unlike waiting and then we start working in political rallies, mentioning this integrity, going to our courts, mentioning about integrity. So as from the younger age, learners should just be aware that I should practice
Integrity.
It is something that is good.
Yeah.
If we practice integrity, we'll have a better
Yeah,
country.
yeah. They can even practice it amongst themselves.
Yes.
I was shocked to learn that nowadays learners in school, do you know that these other ones, they bribe prefects? For example, if a learner knows that he or she has done something and if it is known, she'll be punished. Can you imagine at that very very young age, they know that let me go do what, acha nimpe 50 bob, acha nimnunulie mkate, ndio asiende kufanya nini, asiende kunishtaki. These are the people that we are churning into the market. Hao ndio watu tunaachilia waende wafunze, ndio tunaachilia waende wawe madaktari, ndio wawe politicians, wawe mawakili. So we release into the society learners who really will not be of benefit. So those values, that is a very very good thing about CBC. Afadhali mtoto awe na values kushinda yuko na A na hana values. Yeah. Yeah.
We live will shorten their life.
Ukweli.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they will engage in things that are not good, and that way they mess themselves
And
up.
again, if you look at these values, they can also affect parents when their children lack these values. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, right now we will have learners, children that do not even love their parents.
What are you saying, Mr. Mukuku? Not loving. There are those who beat up their parents.
Yes.
They beat up their parents. Like there is a case, I think it happened just recently, where parents went to court and they were telling the court to jail their own child. Imagine, you telling a court that jail this child, mfungie huko kabisa milele na milele, because wakiwa naye nyumbani anawatesa, simply because our 844 system did not concentrate on values. We only concentrated on grades, performance. Yes, very very true. Yeah, so
And
those
then,
are the values.
Yeah, if you come to the core competencies,
Mm-hmm.
we want to bring students that can associate with others.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the communication
Mm.
and collaboration
Mm-hmm.
as learners that can express themselves,
Yeah.
learners that can collaborate in
With
doing
others,
something
yeah.
and achieve a particular goal.
Mm-hmm.
So the CBC looked at the 844,
Mm-hmm.
but 844 was not bringing this one.
Oh,
The-
communication and collaboration.
Yeah, you will find a learner in class 8, even in form 1, who can't even express himself.
Very true. Yeah.
And then we might have this collaboration, like working in groups.
Yes.
You will find learners who does not like
Working in groups.
working in groups.
Because it is about getting your own
Your
grade.
own grade.
Yeah, you work hard, get your own grade. Yeah.
And then we have the critical thinking and problem solving.
Ah,
We have
I like
learners,
that.
learners who can critically think,
Yes.
who can
So-
deeply think about something,
Yeah.
and then out of thinking about a particular thing, then comes up with a solution for it.
Yes.
Unlike the 844, whereby we were really running to get what?
You just
Better
get
grade.
grade.
Then
Yeah.
whatever will come, it is none of
Yes.
your business.
And then in life now, in real life, this person gets messed up because you never learned critical thinking, you never learned problem solving.
Yeah, so
Yeah, a very very good
learners are
competency.
made to become problem solvers. Look at the environment that we have got very many problems.
Ah, we've got
If you
so
look
many
in
problems.
the school, we have got very many problems. So if learners can think of ways on how they can solve this problem, then we'll be having a very good society.
Yeah,
And that
we'll
is
get
what- That
solutions.
is what we want to bring. We want a society where learners can be innovative, learners can be creative to help us solve these day-to-day problems
Problems.
that we are undergoing
Yeah.
at home, places of work, learning areas, and very many other places. Yeah. We have the imagination and creativity. I've talked about it. Then we have citizenship. We have learners should know
Yes, that
the advantage of belonging to a particular nation.
being a Kenyan.
The learner that is patriotic, you see, loving the country. That's that aspect of citizenship. Then we have digital literacy. We have listening, learning to learn. And then we have self-efficacy. Those are some of the values, not values,
The
but the core competencies
competencies
that have been placed in our
in the
CBC.
CBC. Yeah, they are indeed timely, and I think they are very very awesome. They are very very good. Now, can we go to now talking of that the competencies? What are the pathways that these students will eventually take after learning what after going through that?
What we are waiting for, that is next year, those will be the junior secondary learners. And they will be of about age 12. If you go by calculation, they will be about age 12. But the structure is organized such that it is categorized into two. We have the age based, and then we have the how's it called? The age and stage based.
Age based and
Age
stage
and
based.
stage based.
You mean there are those who will be learning according to their
the
age,
ages.
kulingana na miaka.
Yes.
And then there is this other one who will be learning according to
The stages
stages.
are based on the special needs
Mhm.
they have, based on the special needs they have. Yeah. So we have those that will be learning based on the special needs. Those are called stage based. And then we have those learners that will be learning
According to
according to their ages. For example, we have the two categories. We have early learning years, and then we have the learning at stage based. So in the early learning years, learners will start by going to preschool, and preschool will take 2 years in preschool, and then in this preschool the recommended age is 4 years, and then from preschool there will be an assessment that will be done, and though it is classroom assessment, you know, the learners, most of them, they will be doing in the classroom, so it is called a classroom assessment. So there will be preparedness result, early preparedness result. So that is what the children, the learners, will use to move to the next grade. So there will be an exam, I think an assessment, not an exam really, but there will be it is called preparedness. Preparedness. I think it is, what is it?
You can go on.
I'll go on. So there is that exam. I think we will do it right now, whereby learners go, they graduate at that age. I think right now it is done differently, because learners are starting going to school very early ages. Like a child is 2 years, the parents want this child to start learning. CBC, in CBC it has been captured well. Then after doing that preparation, that is called preparation exam at preschool. It's called preparation exam. After doing it, that is what the learners will use. But there is no condition that the learners have to repeat if they don't do well. Here, the learners are just moving. It is only to show, it is the result or the assessment is only made to show that this learner passed this stage, and now is using this to move to the next stage. And then from there, we have grade 1, 2, 3. It is also categorized under early learning. Then we have grade 4, 5, and 6, and grade 7, 8, and 9. So from grade 4 to 6, that is called middle school. Yeah, so middle learning years, middle school. So at grade 1, 2, 3, there will be school-based exam that will be done. Then at grade 3, there is NEC assessment, whereby NEC sends exam, and then teachers administer, and then they send back the result in the NEC portal. So those are called school-based exam. And then from grade 5 to 6 again, we have the school-based. So at grade 6, there is also exam that is also being sent by being assessed by the NEC, but the teachers are in charge of it in school. That is where we'll be getting a report of learners who are now proceeding to junior. That's the junior secondary. Junior secondary. That's the grade 7. So in grade 7 to 9, there will be also that the school-based exam. Then at grade 9, will be these learners will now separate into. I think this is where we'll be having the specialization. From grade 9, learners now go to specialization. I mean, from grade 7 to grade 9, learners are now exposed to broader areas of knowledge. Then if they go from grade 9 to grade 10 to now grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12, what we have is specialization. Now we will find now learners separating. There will be learners that will now go to arts and sports. There will be learners that will be going to do social sciences. There will be learners that will go into the STEM. So in the STEM here, that is where we normally have majority of the learners having the interest. Even parents, as they are bringing up their children, they have got interest on their children becoming big people in the future. But this one
for kids or learners to be that big people, valuable people in society, it can only be achieved through STEM.
Not really.
Mm.
The CBC is bringing in such a way that learners are treated equal.
Equally.
So it is your ability
Mhm.
that you are being judged
Mm.
for. So if you are good in sports,
You will go.
then there is no need of you to go to the
to
STEM
STEM,
where you're going to learn the engineering.
Mhm.
You know, this thing has brought a problem right now. You see, most learners are running, they're cheating in exam.
Mhm.
There is pressure among the teachers
Mhm.
for their learners to pass. There is even now they're trying to cheat in exam for them to get better grades. So these better grades, once they've achieved, they have got them, they find themselves doing some courses that are above them.
Yes.
That are above them.
Their level.
Yes. Of ability.
Yes.
So you find them, they go, they fail,
Yes.
they get discouraged in life.
They
You
drop
see,
out of school.
some of them are going to do some courses that are not even relevant
Yes.
to them. So, but if a learner is good in sports, for example, we have got very many careers in sports. We have the sports commentators, we have the referees, which are all highly paid. So in short, the CBC is also trying to find wider areas of specialization. Wider areas of specialization. If you look at the STEM, this is where we have the engineers, and this is where we have the mathematics being done there.
Yes, math.
This is where we have
Science.
this medical courses being done in the STEM. And we are saying it is having majority because it's always attractive. It is always attractive. So we just say this CBC is going to treat learners equal, and learners will be categorized based on their abilities, not level of performance. Then from the specialization area, then learners from the STEM, you know, when you are specialized, maybe from the civil engineering, and you have the knowledge in school, you from the school that is grade 9, you can get somewhere to work. So this
From grade 9 you can
yes,
get somewhere to work.
Because already this learner has got that all of the knowledge that he requires. Even the civil engineering, building and construction, he has been exposed to it in school. So from STEM, the learner can directly go to the field of work. The same learner would also wish to add the knowledge. Now he can choose to go to the tertiary learning of tertiary learning levels, like the university. So that is from grade 9. So these learners are also having that advantage. Whatever they do, they can from grade 9 they get job because of the knowledge that they have, the experience that they have in that learning. But if they want to be more experienced, to get more knowledge, they have another option of going to universities or tertiary learning institutions. These ones of sciences, social sciences and sports, they also have a way to the universities, the tertiary education and the training areas. Then from there, they enter into the world of market. I know parents will say, oh, is it not going to bring the problem of the same problem of job?
Yes, because now 80% will have gone there. Now, is it relevant? Now, are we being sincere?
It is very sincere. It is very sincere because learners are going to do what they know, and in fact themselves they will be able to create more jobs. When a learner has done maybe civil engineering, can open his own company, how many will he employ them? Very many of them. You see, these people from arts and sports, how many gymnastics do we have? How many are employed there? So from these areas, we are also creating these jobs by ourselves. That is why the CBC, those learners that are going to go through this CBC, I'm telling you, the jobs will be there. And by the way, these jobs, most of them will be created by themselves. Yeah.
They'll be self-employed.
They will be self-employed.
We'll see about that.
We not blame the government for this. In fact, what the government is doing right now is the best thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So once learners are through something, they become. Are we not? Are we not talking about being creative and
It is,
innovative?
yeah,
So we shall
imagination and
learn them
creativity.
there. So from the senior secondary, we'll be having learners having different pathways, and those pathways alone will be areas of jobs. Yes.
Wow, that is great. So, our viewer at home, I hope you're learning one or two things. This is just an introduction of our discussions in CBC. We need to discuss this thing deeply and in details so that we can be able to embrace it. So, you, as I had told you, you can follow us on our Facebook page, that is Pure Africa. You can also watch our shows on our YouTube channels, Pure Africa TV and Madam Emma Koima of Pure Africa TV. We've so far looked at two things, that is values and competencies. It has been the second part of our show. We are going on a very, very short break. When we come back, we are going to look at the third part of our today's show. So don't go away, we still have so much lined up for you. hatimaye huwa mhula wa kwanza wa mwaka huu uhapa nasi. Jishindie bidhaa za mwanafunzi wako kurejea shuleni kutoka Kehancha Bookshop iliyoko nyuma ya stendi ya bodaboda ya Taranganya. Bila shaka utapata dictionaries, kamusi, set books, rulers, pens, HB pencils, sellotapes, stapler pins, exercise books, revision books, notebooks, assessment record books, files na clipboards. Mengine ni molding clay na watercolors. Vile vile shule zinaweza kupata whiteboards, dusters, marker pens, bells, flags, board rulers na mengineyo. Kwa maelezo zaidi piga simu kwa nambari 0726 002833. Kehancha Bookshop, we are at your service. Very much for keeping it pure Africa TV. Welcome back to the popular Elimu Talk Show, where we talk about matters concerning education, and our today's topic has been CBC. We have so much to learn about, and we still have so much remaining. I am with my guest. He is a trainer of CBC, a secondary school teacher, Mr. Okuku from Kehancha Mixed Secondary School. So we are going on, Mr. Okuku, which is the next part now. We've completed the pathways in secondary school.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are going to which part now?
We should also be aware of the subject that we are going to have in our junior secondary school. Some are going to remain the same. Others are going to be combined. As I said, if they have been combined and even the lesson allocation is having less hours, then you know that the content is shallow. The content is shallow. So we'll be having Kiswahili that will be taught in junior secondary school. We'll be having Kiswahili, and here Kiswahili is also taught by the Kenya Sign Language, the KSL. Because they're also important.
Yeah.
The Kenya Sign
Language, yeah. For those ones who cannot.
Those who are deaf.
Those
who are deaf.
Yes.
And then we have mathematics that will remain. Then we have integrated science, and I said this is where we have maths, physics, and not maths, biology, chemistry, and physics. That will form the integrated science. And I said in CBC it is made such that a physics teacher can be able to teach in integrated science without any problem. A biology teacher
Can teach.
without any problem.
Very interesting.
A chemistry teacher can teach this content without any problem. And then we have health education. This health education, I think, teachers that will teach it will be, I think, home science teachers, and biology teachers will also be involved in teaching, because the content of health majorly are found in biology and home science. So we have them in school. Then we have pre-technical and pre-career education. What is leading the learners to a career? What can show ways of particular careers? And then we have the social studies that we have, that is geography, history, and citizenship that has been combined. So I said geography teacher can teach the content, history teacher can also teach the same content. And then we have religious education, and here we have the IRE, that is the Islamic, we have the Hindu, and then we have the CRE, the Christian religious education. And then the PPI, I think the PPI, we've been doing it in our primary schools on Fridays, but now it has been structured. You know, in
junior secondary.
In 844, it was not structured. We only go to church, or we just make a church in the school. But in junior secondary, it is structured. So we have PPI that is being struck by religious education and those religious education. And then we have business studies. We just remain the same, though the content will be narrow due to the level of learners, the shallow, I mean. Then we have agriculture will be taught. We have life skills education. I think life skill will still be there.
Yeah,
And
it
has lessons allocated. I think it has two periods. It will be taught and it will be assessed. I think we've been having this one in 844, but it was not formal. It was not structured such that it was mainly used by those teachers who are free, like the maths teachers who would grab it, physics teachers. They were giving them as extra hours. And then we have sports and physical education. I think we've been having physical education and sports through games, but now in CBC it is structured, meaning it is done until it is being assessed. And then we have the optional subjects where we have the visual arts, we have foreign languages. The foreign languages that we'll do in Kenya, that is in CBC, we have German, we have French, we have Mandarin, the Chinese language, and then we have Arabic language. And the Chinese language has been introduced
recently.
Because of the high number of Chinese that are staying in Kenya doing the engineering work. So it was introduced, and I think there are some schools in Nairobi that are teaching the Mandarin already. So those will be our foreign languages.
So we have additional subjects there, but you said that the content will be not so deep, just shallow.
It is shallow. The content is made in a way that they are just exposing learners to a wider knowledge. To a wider knowledge.
That's fair enough. Now, is there any assessment in junior secondary? Secondary?
Yeah, there will be assessment. And by the way, any assessment that will be learned or will be done in school will be kept, because at the end they must be shown.
Each and every assessment
that is done. We have the school yearly exams. They must be done, but they are kept by the person in charge with the exam, just like what we are doing right now with our learners. We do assessment and then we give the learners the report forms. But we now will be having the yearly assessment that will be showing what the learners has done. And then from grade 9, then we have grade 10, 11. When learners reach grade 12, that is when they will do their national exam.
So there is a national
and that
exam.
That is what has been replaced by the KCSE. So we will not be having the KCSE, the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. We will be having the Kenya Certificate of Basic Education, containing all what the learners has been doing from the time they entered until looking at the result, the assessment levels that the learners has gone
The
through
assessment level in secondary.
in secondary. Yeah.
Mm.
So we have those the school assessment that will be done by the teachers will be comprising of 60. In fact, NEC will be sending, so there will be no NEC involved directly in this exam that they will be sending.
It will be
So
the teacher.
So it will be the teacher. So the teacher to conduct the assessment, and then these assessments are kept, and by the way, they are sent into NEC portal. I think if you go to the primary, you can see what they did with the grade 3. And that's why after a learner has gone to a grade 3, should not change the school. This transfer of school will not be verified because this transfer of marks from one school to another one, the learner's profile is there. So after this assessment are done, there are some marks that are sent to this yearly at grade 6, grade 3, grade 6. We send, and then at the grade what? And grade 9. Those ones we take them to NEC portal. You see, they are being sent to NEC portal, and then this one will comprise of 60%. So we have 20, 20, 20. By 3 level, that is 60%. And then NEC will now come with theirs to regulate what the learner, the teachers has been doing. So in this one will be conducted in a normal way, just the same way the cases is being done, whereby we have the police officers, we have supervisors, and it will only contain 40%. I know people will say, oh, if teachers are the ones that are assessing these students,
yes, they will manipulate the results.
But again, we've been having this one in one of the subjects that's called agriculture, where
the practical,
the project,
the
teachers award their learners, but next comes in to regulate everything. Yeah, so this one will give a learner a certificate that is called Kenya Certificate of Basic Education. It will be done at grade 12. In other words, after a learner is through with the learning, we'll be only having one certificate, and that certificate will be known as Kenya Certificate of Basic Education. It will be replacing the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. And then once the learner is through with grade 12 and now he or she is going for specialization, the only thing that will give them the entry is these two certificates, the Kenya Certificate of Basic Education and
the
learner's exit profile. So learner's exit profile is what is containing the performance of learners at school. I think in universities we have the transcripts. Yeah. So that is now what is carrying the learner's exit profile. And in fact, it's also even replacing the living certificate. So you'll not be having living certificate.
2 living certificates.
Yeah,
plus
2 certificates. So you'll be only having one certificate
and
plus an exit profile that is containing everything that you've been undergoing throughout your learning level.
That is very, very interesting.
And that is how it is organized. So we should not start saying, oh, our learners, how will they perform? The teachers will manipulate. No. NEC is there to regulate. And by the way, even if we normally do the projects, the teachers normally award.
Yeah. And
based on what they say. They can even give high.
Yes.
But now when NEC comes and then they do NEC, the results will almost just come the same to other subjects. So this one will work, and we are assuring parents that it will give us quality result based on learners' abilities. And there will be no repetition. I think that one I said. Learners will not be repeating any grade.
Wow.
Learners will not be repeating any grade. I think that one is done right now. But we find some parents are the one forcing now the learners, so that they can do better in academics. Not knowing these learners are having talents somewhere.
And abilities elsewhere. Very, very correct. So that is on assessment. I think our viewers, you are learning so much. I didn't know, for example, like there is a certificate. at the end of it all. I just thought that people are just learning, and after you've identified your area, you just move like that. So it is educative to know that. I think we have one last part on that.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
I think, can we discuss it right now?
Yeah, we can.
I think there's something that has also been added. That is the community service learning, the CSL. This community service learning, I think when parents or primary teachers taking their learners to go and sweep the market, some of them complained.
Yes.
They saw learners putting on the ngano pajamas, inventing wheelbarrows. You know, it was a task that was given to learners, and the schools that did it well are the schools that you improvised the things that you used to clean. Like if you look at this, the spade, they improvised. So those schools that went out and bought the gumboots, bought the attires, they did not achieve. In fact, they helped the learners. That is what's called teaching. But you know, in CBC, learners try to
They invent. They come up with something that they can use.
So that innovation part is what was being taught, was being looked at.
So they come up with something that they can go use in the community.
So it is like the cleaning of the market.
Wow.
They used they improvised the raincoats. They improvised the gloves. That is what the creativity means. So this community service learning, it has just been introduced in CBC to create awareness of these environmental problems that we are getting. And these ones are also happening in learning institutions and the larger community where we stay. And the community learning is not only being done in the markets to show that the community learning has taken place. It can take place within a school, and then its influence is being influenced within the surrounding area, that's within the larger community. For example, you have given learners have a task of planting skuma wiki. This skuma wiki that will be planted by learners, the community can buy it. In other words, the learners can have that project in school and then they sell it to the community. It is going to help the community. You can have the same project of skuma wiki. There is a skill that they're going to learn. Now when they get out of the school, they will go and be useful in the community. So they put the skill into practice when they go to the community. So the community service learning is benefiting the learners and the community. Its importance must be felt. For example, madam, when these learners, you've given them a task to do. Maybe let's take for example that cleaning of the market. No, they just wake up one day, they went with their teachers, then they went and cleaned the market, and then they came back to school. I think those people who are doing business in the market, they appreciated what the learners did. In fact, it changed their attitude. And again, these people who are in the market, they might have learned the importance of working in a clean environment. So there is no any day or possibility that these people who are selling in this market will leave this place to become dirty again. So they have got a lesson from the learners. Are you getting how it is coming in? Yeah. So it is something that is rotating. It is on learners to the community, community on learners. Another example is whereby maybe there is a problem of malnutrition disease, like the kwashiorkor. You see, or there is maybe a problem, maybe because of lack of maybe a given mineral in the body, etc. And then the learners has come out with a project with something that can solve that problem. So they are doing it in school, but the community are going to buy it, and then whatever they're buying is solving their problems. The learning has taken place. So this one is benefiting both
The community.
the community and the learners.
Wow.
Both knowledge, skills, and attitude is being achieved through community learning service, and that's why
That's
the
awesome.
CBC is bringing it clearly.
Wow.
And now, for learning to take place, skills must be developed.
Yes.
We have knowledge must be acquired, and then we have to have the positive attitude.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to appreciate, and I think the primary teachers are doing it well. In fact, they even make learners learn the selling and buying skills. You see, they come up with a project like a planting of the Sukuma Wiki. They invite buyers to come and in fact, they even make it look like a market. So from there, learners are able to now to keep records. Learners, when they go outside, they can be able to open their businesses. You see, so that interaction. In fact, it is more of interaction learning. Yeah, that is why it is in
Community.
it is in the CBC, and we appreciate its existence because it is going to change the way we view learning.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to change the way we view learning.
Yeah.
We're going to see learning to be a process.
Yes.
Yeah, not only performing. We want something that is benefiting the larger community
Yes.
also.
Not, it is no longer confined in class only.
Only and
Yeah,
to a learner
and
only.
to a learner alone.
Yeah.
But it should be beneficial even to the society at
Society.
large. Yeah, that is a very, very good thing. Yeah.
There's also something else that has been put in the CBC. Initially, it was called the emerging issues. Now we have the pertinent, the pertinent and contemporary issues. I think we have got very many things emerging in the process of learning. We have got very many problems. We have got some knowledge that we also have to add to help us solve our daily problems in the environment, in life. So the contemporary issues in 844 we had one like HIV/AIDS. The HIV/AIDS, it was there, and it was done in such a way that in some subjects there was a subtopic or or a strand or a substrand whereby we were looking at the HIV. For example, I can't remember in agriculture we were learning where how AIDS is affecting agriculture.
Oh.
So HIV/AIDS was an emerging issue. You see,
Yeah.
so in CBC, the emerging issues have also been taken care of because we are living in a world of new things generating new, like for example the COVID. Yeah, it came. We are learning about COVID. So whenever learning process is taking place, then the issue of COVID can come in. So learners can become aware of what is going on in the environment. So we call them the PCIs. Yeah, and I think this one is also helping us to solve very many problems. And its main aim